Hey, this is Heath Mullikin with the Techology Show. It is Monday here at General Conference 2012 in Lexington, Kentucky. I am so honored to be joined by Ken Murphy and Dave Bever. Ken is the senior pastor at Cypress Wesleyan Church in Galloway, Ohio. He just shared some devotional thoughts that were very moving visually, and some of the things they did. You need to go back and watch that service online. You shared a story about your friend Kevin, who you built a relationship with, and you called him 2 for 10. That he comes to church twice a year for the last 10 years. And you talked about having a heart for those people who have not yet made a decision. How do we regain that in as individuals, but as local churches?
You know, I think it's something you have to really, it's a personal deal. I don't think it's a program. It's not a strategy. It's just that heart realization of how much God loves us. And that same love for us is for all people. And until your heart is actually moved to see people the way Christ does, and they're like to break for them, there's no program, there's no book in the world that would do that. So, I mean, to me, it's really it's generating that heart for people the same way Christ has it, and it just, to me, it's an inside-out job, and it flows from there.
Excellent. Now, you guys not only have a heart for your community, but for all of Ohio and beyond, and that's one of the reasons you've brought Dave on. Tell us a little bit about your vision for what Dave is doing and for down the road for Cypress Wesleyan.
Yeah, we've done a couple of church plants since I've been there. I've been at Cypress 11 and a half years, and just the research has shown the most effective way to reach people in new communities is multi-siting, and we've been working on this idea for about 3-4 years, learning the strategies, best learned practices, and then frankly waiting till I found the right leader that I felt I could trust to help pull this thing off. God brought about relationship with Dave. He joined the team a little less than a year ago, and we're very excited as we launch the first of what will be many to impact a whole region for Christ in Dublin, Ohio.
Dave, formerly of Cleveland, Ohio, and I know you had to be happy about LeBron's fourth quarter performance last night. Dave, you have, number one, have a heart for people, but you have a heart for the city. So how is your site and your church going to be taking the gospel to the city where you're at?
Yeah, I just think it's well, here's the neat thing about Columbus, Ohio. Columbus, Ohio, there's nearly 1 million people that live there, and it's within a 550-mile radius of more than half the population of the U.S. So when you think of that, I mean, if you're about reaching people, there's a lot of people there to reach. And just the reality, through multi-site, it's taken all the best practices and principles of church planting with all the best practices and principles of healthy, established church and systems, combining the two. So it means you can take quality and obviously the gospel with high quality, tried and true systems and people so much faster. And I think we can have exponential growth in the city of Columbus. The reality is, if you're at a church that's 4,000 people in a city of 1 million, still the scales are way off. So it's just creating that intentional passion and training people to love people. People reach people. And yeah. So.
We just finished in this last business session talking about different departments, but one of them was the Department of Education and Clergy Development. Kevin Myers hit on that yesterday. What is your church doing to intentionally invest in future leaders and in seeing them go forward and the church move forward?
It's a great question. We are all about leadership development. We've actually been, again, working on a plan for a couple of years called Next Wave internship programs, which launched this summer to have interns come in for 6 months at a time or a 12-month residency, and then becoming more intentional in our systems for our lay people, not just to be busy bee workers, but to help them to begin to think like leaders. That's one of Dave's passions. That's the other thing we brought him in to kind of oversee, and very excited some of the stuff he's helped bring to the table, help dreams become reality.
So, Dave, what are some of those dreams that you're hoping come true?
Yeah, well, I think especially for those who are preparing for full-time vocation of ministry, I don't think you can really have the full experience by going to one singular church and working. You'd have an experience of what it would be to work in this church. So I think where our Next Wave program's a little different is our residencies or our 3-month or 6-month interns, they will spend time in a small, healthy church, a small or a medium healthy church, and then a large healthy church, learning that it's the same mission, but there's different methods to get it done. And kind of learning how to use the resources you have in those different situations and how to look at the culture and the context and then create a ministry strategy as a leader that gets the mission done of reaching and discipling people. So, yeah.
Well, thank you so much. Again, it's Ken Murphy and Dave Bever from Cypress Wesleyan. They are making it happen, and they want you to make it happen in your local church. This is Heath Mullikin for the Techology Show.
This 2012 General Conference coverage is brought to you by Kingswood University. Prepare for full-time Christian service by earning a degree in ministry. Feel the heartbeat of Kingswood to become more like Christ. Embrace academic excellence and learn from highly trained, experienced practitioners. Become a passionate, missional leader by participating in real-life ministry. Kingswood University offers you the opportunity to create your own degree focus for God's unique call on your life. Kingswood University equips Christ-like servant leaders for global impact. For more information, please visit www.kingswood.edu.